Hello friends and welcome to yet another amazing video of Wisdom Zone, and this is Shubro, and I'm quite sure you have already guessed it. Today I have the 13th session of Develop Your Spoken English and Become More Fluent and Proficient in Your Communication. And today I have a fascinating video for you because today I'm going to give you 26 important expressions and vocabulary which you can incorporate in your everyday conversation. So if you are looking for some great English expressions and vocabulary, this video is just for you. So watch this video till the end carefully and do not skip it. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon so that you can get the first notification of this type of informative video. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. So friends, welcome back once again to the 13th session of Develop Your Spoken English and Become More Fluent and Proficient in Your Communication. And let me tell you, today I am going to discuss some helpful expressions and vocabulary which you can use to express some different situations. I'm also going to give you some expressions related to health, when you're not feeling well, what kind of expressions and vocabulary you can use. And apart from that, I'll also give you some expressions to talk about relaxation and enjoyment in your life, right? So before I move forward, let me quickly also remind you I have provided all the links of the previous 12 parts in the description. So if you haven't checked all those videos, you can check all those videos. They are quite informative and you can learn so many things from those videos, how to practice. You will find different practice techniques from all the videos which I have shared in the description. So do not forget to check them. So without wasting any more time, let us just get started with today's discussion. The first category which we have, friends, as you see, at first we are going to discuss some helpful expression and vocabulary to express interesting and exciting experiences in your life, right? So as you see, the first vocabulary which we have is fascinating. So we can use this word fascinating. It means extremely interesting. Instead of using very interesting, you can use this word fascinating. So as you see the example, yesterday I watched a fascinating movie. That means extremely interesting. So let's turn our attention towards the second vocabulary from this category is engrossing. Engrossing means also same something which is very interesting, absorbing. You can use engrossing. Okay, so let's see how to use it. This book is engrossing. So up next we are going to turn our attention towards the third useful vocabulary for today, and in this category, that is gripping. Gripping is also extremely interesting, especially a contest which is going on. You can use in that contest a match, a live performance which is going on. That time we can use this. So let's see how to use it. You see the sentence, a gripping contest. That means an extremely interesting and absorbing contest. That's called gripping contest. Okay, so up next we will see the fourth one, which is a nail biter. This expression is quite useful. It means something which is very intense. So this term nail biter means something which is very interesting or exciting, especially a sports event or a movie that is exciting because you don't know what's going to happen. So let's see how to use it. As you see the sentence, Sunday's final was a real nail biter. That means it was quite exciting. So up next we will see the fifth one. As you see the fifth expression which is there on your screen is on the edge of your seat. That means to be very excited and giving all your attention to something. Understood? Because some intense competition or intense contest is going on. So let's see how to use it. Both the players were so competitive that everyone was on the edge of their seats. So like this way you can use this wonderful expression to talk about intense and exciting situation. So let's see the last one from this category, that is glued to your seat. Glued to your seat means you will not be able to move, to not move because you are very much interested, some interesting stuff is going on. That time you can use glued to your seat. That means you would not be able to move. So let's see how to use it. We were glued to our seats watching the match intensely. That means it was so interesting, perhaps we were unable to move. That time we can use the glued to your seat. So I hope it's clear how to use these expressions. Try to go through the sentences and practice and incorporate them and use them while talking about your experience of interesting and exciting situations in life. So up next, let's turn our attention towards the second category, where we are going to discuss helpful expressions and vocabulary to express boredom, which I think is common also nowadays. So let's see vocabulary and expression we can use. The first is mundane. Mundane means something which is boring. So let's see how to use it. His life became mundane during the lockdown. So like this way you can use this wonderful vocabulary to express boring situation. So up next we will see another word, that is tedious. Tedious is also same, something which is too long and boring. Okay, so let's see how to use it. Sam left his job because it was too tedious. That means it was kind of lacking variety, same thing I think he has to do, that's why he quit. It was so tedious. So up next we will see the next one, and the ninth one is
Monotonous.
means something which is having the same pattern, lacking the variety. Okay, and ultimately which becomes boring. So let's see how to use it. His acting became monotonous in the second half. That means there was lack of variety. There was no variety. It was in the same way he was doing the acting. He was acting in the same manner. Right? There was, yes, no variety. That's why it was monotonous, and it's why it became boring. So up next we will see the 10th expression, that is like watching grass grow. This is an idiom, let me tell you. It's a very useful one. Like watching grass grow is an idiom that means extremely boring. When you see the grass which is growing, so it's a very tedious process, isn't that? That means which is extremely boring something. So let's see how to use this. Sam thinks that watching a test match is like watching grass grow. So obviously some people may think that, but I find test cricket is quite interesting, isn't that? So you can comment below your opinion on this. So let's move to the 11th expression and the last one in this category, that is as exciting as watching paint dry. Okay, that means again something which is very dull and uninteresting, because it takes a long time for a paint to dry, right? So that's why we say that's exciting as watching paint dry. That means it's not very exciting, it is dull and boring.
Some people like biopics, but to me it's as exciting as watching paint dry.
So like this way you can use this wonderful expression. Okay, so up next we are going to move on to the third category. In the third category we will discuss some helpful expressions and vocabulary to express tiredness. When you are tired, what kind of vocabulary and expressions you can use. So let's turn our attention towards the 12th one, which is worn out, means extremely tired or exhausted. So it is also used as an adjective. So let's see how to use it. Ben didn't sleep last night. He looks completely worn out. That means he looks exhausted. So we can use this particular adjective in this way. So up next we will see the 13th one, that is wiped out. It is also used as an adjective. So let's see how to use this. I am totally wiped out. That means extremely tired, very tired. Okay, wiped out means also to be very tired. So up next we will see the 14th one, that is an expression, I can barely keep my eyes open. We say that. That means you are extremely tired and you cannot keep your eyes open, you are so tired. So let's see how to use this expression. I had a long journey, I can barely keep my eyes open. That means I am so tired, I cannot keep my eyes open, I am feeling sleepy. Up next we will see the 15th one, and it is an idiom, hit the sack. Hit the sack means to go to bed. So let's see how to use it. I am exhausted, I want to hit the sack. That means when you are too tired, obviously you want to go to bed as early as possible, right? So the last one in this category is drained. Drained is also very important. It means very tired. Okay, so let's see how to use it. He was totally drained after the match. That means he was very tired or exhausted. So I hope you understood all these expressions and vocabulary to express tiredness. So up next we are going to turn our attention towards the next category, that is the fourth category, where we are going to see some helpful expressions and vocabulary to express sickness and fever, right? So let's see the first one, number 17 is down with a fever. I think it's a very useful expression. Down with a fever means having a fever. So let's see how to use it. I am down with a fever. That means I am suffering from fever. So instead of saying I am suffering from fever, you can say that I cannot go out. I am down with a fever. So up next we will see the next one, number 18, is under the weather, which is very important. It is an idiom. In fact, let me clarify. Under the weather is an idiom which means you are slightly unwell, okay, or you are slightly ill, or sometimes we say feeling a bit under the weather, and you can use under the weather also. That means to feel slightly unwell or ill. So let's see how to use it. I am feeling a bit under the weather. That means I am feeling slightly ill, okay. So up next we will see the 19th one, that is feverish. Feverish means to have fever, okay, feeling that you have fever. That feeling is called feverish. He felt feverish last night. So that means he was feeling that he had fever last night. That is called to feel feverish. So up next we will move on to the 20th one, which is on your screen, up and about. Up and about means feeling better after illness, slightly better and recovered. So Peter was down with a fever, but now he is up and about. That means he's feeling better, he has recovered slightly, and he looks better. So at last we will turn our attention towards the last one, which is to number 21. 21st one is kick the bucket, which is also an idiom. It is a very, I would say that, informal idiom. It means to die, okay. So it is used in a very informal manner. Just remember, his grandfather kicked the bucket at 90. That means grandfather died. So I think it is originated, yeah, obviously a long back, so it is used informally. So I hope it's crystal clear. All these expressions and vocabulary express sickness and fever. So up next we are going to turn our attention towards the last category, where we are going to discuss helpful expressions and vocabulary to express relaxation and enjoyment. So let's see the first one. First one is unwind. Unwind is to again relax. I like to unwind on weekends. That means I like to relax. So next one is number 23. Let's turn our attention towards that. That is recreation. Recreation means something done for enjoyment or to relax. So let's see how to use it. I like to watch a web series for recreation. So up next we will see the 24th one for today, which is hang out or hang around. Hang out or hang around means spend time relaxing, and it is quite useful. You can put it like this way: I hang out with my friends on weekends. It's a phrasal verb. So up next we will see the 25th one, that is have a blast. Have a blast is also a very useful expression. That means to have fun or to have a good time, right? So let's see how to use it. Sam hosted a party last night and we all had a blast there. That means we had a very good time, we had a lot of fun, right? So up next we are going to turn our attention towards the last one, that is the 26th one for today, which is recharge your batteries, and it is a very useful idiom, okay? So it means to rest and relax to feel refreshed. So let's see how to use it. I went to a hill station to recharge my battery. That means to take rest and relax. I went over there, and that's why I'm using this idiom. That means to relax and rest. It's a very handy and very attractive idiom. Try to incorporate this in conversation. So I hope you found this video extremely useful, because today I have discussed so many important expressions and vocabulary. I gave you so many important sentences you can see and practice, and I have talked about different situations. Use all these expressions and vocabulary in different situations: when you are feeling bored, when you are feeling tired, when you obviously want to express some exciting experience and interesting experience. Apart from that, also you can talk about your health condition. If you are unwell, you are feeling sick or having fever, what are the expressions to use? And also related to enjoyment, also I have discussed some expressions and vocabulary. Please go through the video, go through the sentences and practice, and try to make sentences yourself and comment below. And again, it is my earnest request to all the viewers who haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon immediately so that you can get the first notification whenever this type of informative video is published. So stay tuned for further informative videos because this series is going to continue, and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.